So we have a 3-eye atlas update today because the Mars rover just captured something nobody expected, a glowing Tic Tac shaped object streaking across the red planet sky, and it's being called 3-eye atlas. It's an interstellar object heading towards Earth, and the images are unlike anything NASA has ever released. And at the same time, a sitting congressman is confirming reports of deep underwater bases where UFOs or maybe USOs USOs have been tracked moving faster than any known submarine. So is there a connection between what's happening up there and what's happening under our oceans? The photos are stunning and the timing is unbelievable. But scientists are saying it's just a comet, but the shape, it looks pretty deliberate. And the truth? We just don't know yet. And the story keeps getting worse, and what's coming next will change everything. My name is Tom, I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. And guys, we're watching something extraordinary unfold, and the world can't decide whether if it's science or something far stranger. But before we dive in, we're a growing channel, and every like, comment, and subscription helps us grow. So give us a thumbs up in the comments and give us a follow. So NASA's Perseverance rover has captured clear, high-resolution images of an interstellar object called 3-eye atlas. The object appears as a glowing white cylinder gliding across the Martian horizon. It's smooth, it's bright, and it's perfectly shaped. And as you guys can see, they updated the images to have it look green. I don't know if that was because of the chemicals coming off of it or whatever. And many people online are calling it a Martian Tic Tac, comparing it to the craft U.S. Navy pilots encountered in 2004. And those Tic Tac sightings showed physics-defying speeds and no visible propulsion. And this new image looks nearly identical. We have something crazy. I wanted to pair this off into a different topic at the same time. A Congressman, Tim Burchett, was discussing deep underwater bases and underwater submersible objects, unidentified submersible objects. It's crazy. Watch.
You received intelligence that suggests that there are perhaps deep water alien bases right now sitting on the ocean floor on this planet. Is that accurate?
I would say that's pretty accurate.
All I have to say is whatever timeline we're on is insane. I'm going to keep this running.
Can you go into more detail? How long have they been here? Where are they?
Well, I'm extrapolating all this with my East Tennessee vernacular. So we've got five or six deep water areas of our oceans. We actually know more about the surface of the moon than we do about these areas.
And he is a congressman, just so you guys are aware. Rep. Burchett,
And these are areas where we have a high frequency of UFO or UAP sightings. We've had naval folks have told me pretty high up that they've actually tracked these things. Now, we have stuff that can go underwater probably 30 to 40 miles an hour, maybe something a little faster that the Chinese haven't stole from us yet. And we've tracked things big as a football field going 200 miles an hour. Now, I realize in the water you extrapolate that to knots and all that, but just for good old East Tennessee common sense, 200 miles an hour, something the size of a football field. And we don't know what it is. And these are in these areas. So, yeah, there's something going on there. And whether it's something that's been here for millennial or whatever, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm kind of like Dr. Loeb. I love to study this kind of stuff. It's the scientific material there he's the one that disclosed some things that were found that were extraterrestrial.
Whatever timeline we're on is insane. And Rep. Burchett says high-ranking officials told him about 5 or 6 deep underwater zones with consistent and constant UFO activity. The objects are the size of football fields, moving at 200 miles per hour under the ocean. He says that flat out, these things are real. And that's not all. Retired General Tim Gallaudet and ex-Pentagon official Luis Elizondo have testified about unidentified submerged objects, or USOs, detected off our coast. And some appear to transition from air to water with no slowdown. So while Mars shows a Tic Tac in the sky, our oceans may be hiding Tic Tacs beneath the waves. And here's a question. Could these be related? Could 3-eye atlas be a craft capable of interplanetary and transoceanic travel? Let me know in the comments. Some skeptics are saying no, that it's just a comet, and astronomers like Drew, I'm going to try to pronounce the last name, explain the shape as a camera artifact. The Perseverance navcam wasn't built for fast objects, and long exposure stretch a moving light in a perfect cylinder, which I think that makes the most sense. Still, it's hard to ignore that this comet has no dust tail and no fragmentation, just a solid uniform glow. And this is where it all changes. For the first time, members of Congress are openly confirming underwater UFO bases while NASA releases images that look engineered. Whether coincidence or connection, the pattern is undeniable, and I think the Epstein files have to be psychotic for them to be doing this. And strange things are appearing above Mars and below Earth. So do you guys think 3i Atlas is just ice and rock or something built with intent? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't personally think we're alone in the universe. And I think they may have been here for a very long time. I know that might be kind of crazy on my end of things, but you know, there's a lot of people that agree. So if you got value from this update, please tap subscribe. My opinion is next. So what matters most isn't whether 3i Atlas is a comet or a craft, it's that our government is finally admitting what it's seen underwater. For years, these topics were dismissed as conspiracy theories. Now congressional hearings, military briefings, and NASA's own data are forcing transparency. We live in a republic that deserves truth, not censorship and not ridicule. If objects can move seamlessly from space to sea, that challenges everything we know about physics, power, and national defense. So whether it's alien tech, secret programs, or natural phenomena, Americans, we deserve answers. So stay informed, stay skeptical always, and keep your eyes on the sky and apparently the ocean and maybe Lake Michigan. We'll have to look at that next.